Awesome and wonderful Sunday afternoon again. It is the 17th of October. We're at the last quarter of 2021. I'm just going to be short with you today just to give you some updates. As the caption says, that it's only that today. But I want to take the time out to thank those of you who join every Sunday after Sunday, and for those of you who have taken the recommendations that have given here as it regarding to organizing your financial portfolio or start that financial portfolio. I also want to welcome those who will be watching this video for the very first time, and of course, every Sunday I am here on the Iconic Advisors page right here on YouTube. Those of you who are on Instagram, I am Icon Sherns with a Z, and on Facebook, I am Shernet Higgins Clark. LinkedIn, the same Shernet Higgins Clark. So you guys can follow me on those various platforms. And of course, I am a financial advisor licensed with the Financial Services Commission right here in the beautiful island of Jamaica. And for those of you who are not familiar, I want to encourage our farmers, persons that are a part of the JAS, or fisher folks, that the enrollment period for the Agricare insurance, health insurance, is open and it's going to be closing in November. So you want to pass this information on. And to our parents and our guardians, the school companion health card, that enrollment period is also going on. It is for those of you who may not be able to afford, or in your budgeting, it is more convenient to do the school companion card. It mirrors the individual health policy. The only stipulation is that the child has to be enrolled in one of the Ministry of Education schools. And of course, there are no medicals required, neither for the Agricare or the school companion. You want to jump on those opportunities. I actually wanted to show a video today that was shown, or the interview was done in the month of May of this year. And I'm going to encourage everybody to just go back into the list of videos that I have posted here and go ahead and watch that live on critical illness coverage and investment with Tanya Powell. You want to hear about her experience and the cost as it relates to critical illness. October, as we know, it is a pink month, breast cancer awareness. I want to encourage our women, all our women and husbands, encourage your wives, brothers, encourage your sisters, sons, encourage your mothers, brothers, encourage your sisters. Go ahead and to do your regular checks, especially 5 days after your cycle. Do your regular checks in terms of under the underarm and the breast area for any lumps. And of course, women over 40, you want to make sure that you are doing your pap smears and your mammograms. I thought more or less that virgins could not do pap smear, but of course, the instrument that they use, I got the name this week and it's out of my head again. That, of course, it looks like almost like a thong. No, the tongue that you use to pick up pastries or items if you're sharing, etc. And so that's a TON. It looks like it, but that's not the name of the instrument. And they have different sizes. And even for women who have children, and if you're uncomfortable with the one that is being used, you can speak to your OBGYN, let them know that, you'd rather use another size because it's uncomfortable, but you want to make sure that you're doing your checks. As it relates to the other illnesses, of course, it's not very common, but our gentlemen, of course, can get breast cancer. So you want to also, if there are any abnormal lumps or pain or blood coming from the nipples or discharge, anything that is not that is unusual, you want to make sure that you follow up with your doctors and to make sure, because early detection saves lives. I recommend you to the video again because, of course, the type of treatment that Ms. Powell had used and the cost relating to treatment and following up was mentioned in that live, and you want to make sure that you're aware. Apart from doing those checks, you want to make sure that you have your critical illness coverage that creates that safety net. We have heard of many cancer survivors who have testified, who have done interviews, who have written books, that the fight against it was early detection and having identified at an early stage was able to finance the treatment, radiation, chemo, whatever it is that your choice is or was, critical illness allowed them to have that lump sum that created that lump sum, that capital that could have covered that expense without them have to be depleting their investments and their savings and, or even worry about it. Because you know that delay can, a cancer can move from stage 2 to 4 in no time because of delayed treatment. So you want to make sure that you're getting your critical illness coverage. And we have about five, let me see, Total Woman, Critical Care, Maximum Protector, Ultra Lifeline, Triple Protector, and Cancer Plus. That's six. And of course, we have one for children, which is the Child Protector, which makes it the seventh one. And there's no other company in the island of Jamaica that has critical illness coverage for children. You want to make sure that your children are covered, and it is issued from age 2 up to 15 years. You want to make sure that you're getting your children covered. I don't want my children to be diagnosed with a critical illness, but I want to create that safety net in the event that that occurs, that we have that lump sum that we can deal with treatment and getting well. I myself have increased my critical illness, and I have had a few persons approach me after lives, or they have seen me around and they're asking the question of what is happening with my neck. And you may have noticed in a couple of videos. And if you want to go on a journey with me, you can. And I was somewhat diagnosed with hypothyroidism. And with diet and increased iodine intake and higher starch in terms of breakfast, and doing some adjustments as it relates to hormone imbalance and your metabolism and your fiber intake, then I have seen reduction in that. If I choose to remove it, then I'm in a position to do that surgery without pulling on any investment or savings. I have increased my critical illness since that diagnosis. So you want to make sure that if anything, a biopsy may show that something is abnormal, that you're in a position to finance it. And I'm not a stickler for GoFundMe and having barbecue or jerk in terms of deciding when it is I'm going to do treatment. I want to make sure those funds are put aside and I can decide, yes, I'm going to do it, or no, I'm going to do it, and when, not if I get the money. So you want to make sure that you create that safety net. And with technology, persons are living longer after a diagnosis. So you want to give yourself that fighting chance. If it is that you're unable to work, then you know you have enough money to deal with treatment, getting well, and also recuperating. I want to encourage all of you guys to get your critical illness coverage insurance. I am on here to give you the information and to recommend. I just don't want to be here on a Sunday after Sunday and persons are not taking up the opportunity to take out these plans. I can be contacted at the information here on I read also the comments right here on YouTube. You can contact me on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and my work number is 877-877-6130. Get a critical illness coverage. Don't wait until a diagnosis. After a diagnosis, you cannot get critical illness. And after that diagnosis and you have claimed on that policy, you can get another critical illness plan. We have one that covers up to $35 million, depending on the response to the questions on the application. You may need a medical, you may not need a medical. We have another one that doesn't require medical that covers up to 9. Oh, by the way, the one for 35 million covers 30 critical illnesses. We have another one that covers 9, does not require medical, just a few questions as it relates if there are any, history of abnormal biopsy or a pap smear or a PSA or any heart attack, any angina. And if there are no to any of those questions, then of course you can get the plan. And you have others that are similar. One that covers another 8, and the Cancer Plus that covers for cancer that covers 8 million. You want to make sure, guys, the options are out there for you to have. Did you know that you can get critical illness coverage for low as $3,500 per month? Call me 876-877-6130 and 30, and get covered. Guys, remember to observe the protocols, the wearing of the mask, the washing of the hands, and watching your distance. Remember also to top up on your vitamins. Make sure that you're taking care of yourselves and your family, not just wearing these masks. And if you have vaccinated, kudos to you. And if you have not, kudos to you too. I believe it's a choice that we should have, but we need to make sure that the choices that we are making is for our best interest, for ourselves, for our family, and for our friends and those around us. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. I so do intend to. Walk good, guys. Be blessed.